Happy Halloween, everybody, and welcome back to Danny Phantom Month. Today we are talking about episode 20, the final episode of season 1, which is titled Control Freaks. This is a fun, spooky episode. Nothing season finale-ish about it. It's pretty much a regular episode, but it's still fun, and there's a lot of great moments. The circus is in town. There's this goth circus called the Circus Gothica that Sam really wants to go to. It's got, like, you know, a P.T. Barnum freak show, or, oh, look at all the freaks, and, ooh. It's like, ooh, your parents won't like this one. This episode is mostly focused on Sam. This is the first one where we get to see her parents, who are, like, the epitome of sunshine and rainbows. So it's like, yeah, okay, I understand why she's a goth, that makes sense. It's the exact opposite of her parents, so yeah, that checks out. And so her parents are really concerned because Sam wants to go to this gothic circus, and they think that her friends are a bad influence. So what's the plot of this one? So we find out that the guy who's leading the circus, his name is Freak Show, played by John Cryer, and he actually has this crystal ball that's been in his family for generations, and it allows him to control ghosts. And so the ghosts that he's controlling are the freaks in the Freak Show, and on the side he's also getting them to steal money and jewels and stuff with their ghost powers. Danny catches on to that, but he keeps getting framed by them, and so the police and the media are continue to be after the ghost kid Invisible. Just this great moment where they're like, freeze ghost kid, and then Danny leaves, and then the two cops are left with the jewels, and one of them's like, hey, we should take some and blame it on the ghost kid, and the other one's like, you're under arrest, and then the other guy just goes, aww. And it's this amazing, like, moment. And they just make a joke about police corruption, but it's still lighthearted. It's really fun. The ghosts being controlled, they're all generic freak show ghosts. There's a midget one, there's a big one, there's one that has stretchy powers. The main one of note is called Lydia. I don't know if she's called that in this one, or if that's a name given to her later, because she's the only one that actually comes back, mostly because she has the most interesting design and power set. She's this, like, very goth-looking chick, and she has all these tattoos that, like, come alive and come off her body and, like, attack people. So yeah, just a really fun, spooky goth chick ghost. And yeah, she's the only one that comes back in future episodes. So Freak Show ends up controlling Danny. So now Danny's part of the circus. He's also helping these ghosts steal jewels and stuff. So the episode kind of shifts focus to be mostly about Sam. And so Sam has to figure out how to stop Freak Show and all that. And there's, like, a couple jokes about how, like, Tucker's like, hey, isn't it kind of ironic that your parents were right about the circus being evil? We get a couple fun moments with Sam's family. She has a nice moment with her grandma. We have seen in previous episodes, but in this one, she actually gets, like, a nice moment with Sam where she's like, you know what, like, when I was your age, I had a rebellious side too. Like, I get it. You have to go see your friends. It's fine. Feel free to sneak out, and her grandma lets her go, and it's kind of nice. Yeah, so then Sam eventually helps Danny to break free of the spell. I guess because he's part human, the spell doesn't work quite as well on him. As well as I think it's sort of implied that the other ghosts have been this mind control for literally years. He says that the crystal ball's been in his family for generations, so, like, who knows how long that could be. And so Danny's only just gotten under the spell, so maybe it hasn't quite gotten a hold of him yet. Anyways, he's able to break free and then save the day. There's a fight on a train. Freak Show is captured by the police. They realize that he was behind all the robberies, and the other ghosts just kind of leave. Freak Show is interesting, of course, because he's one of the only human antagonists of the show. He doesn't have any powers. He just had this magic artifact that was in his family that allowed him to control ghosts. So yeah, he's still obviously related to ghosts, but not a ghost himself. We've had, like, other sort of human antagonists before, such as the guys in white or Valerie, but they're a little bit different because they're just ghost hunters. They're not, like, evil, where Freak Show is. A couple other things. This episode has another cross-dressing joke that you could not make today. There's a scene where Tucker dresses up as Sam to try to trick the teachers into thinking that Sam is not ditching school to go see the circus, and they say, like, oh, this is so wrong, and it's like it's a thing. It wouldn't be that bad if it was just Tucker doing it, because it's like, alright, fair enough, you don't want to dress as a girl, I understand that, it's not for everyone. But then, like, one of the teachers says it as well, and it's like, ooh, that's That does not hold up today. Oh yeah, there's a great scene where Sam's parents are bringing her to see the principal because they're concerned about her. The principal says, oh, you know, some people say that, you know, acting out is a cry for attention, but I say that it's a cry for detention. Which is just the most amazing thing. And such a, like, teacher, like, parent thing to say, where, like, instead of, like, addressing what might be troubling the kid, you just like immediately punish them. And it's like, yeah, that it does feel like that sometimes when you're a kid. There's this funny like ongoing joke where Ditch School, they trap Lancer in like a storage closet, and then like every now and then it keeps cutting back to him and he's still there. There's like a part where like there's a news broadcast that's like, oh, so the circus in town today. In other news, Vice Principal Lancer has been missing for like over a day now. We don't know where he is. There's a Lancer book report of this episode, which is the cast of Monte Yaga, which I had to look up. It's like a book from another language or something. I don't know, I didn't know what it was. That's, I think, mostly it. So a fun episode, some cool, spooky, gothic stuff. So a decent one for Halloween. There's some fun satirical stuff with, like, Sam's family. How, like, bright and, like, conservative and colorful and happy that they are. Which is like, well, of course Sam is a goth. It makes, you know, that's just simple math. And there's some fun, like, satirical stuff about how, like, the circus is really evil and her friend is a ghost and is probably gonna get her into trouble. But at the end of the day, like, they are the heroes of the story.
I am the villain of the story.
Sort of an underwhelming season finale, but it's the last one of the season, so what are you gonna do? It's not a bad episode at all, but it's not, like, the best one of the season or anything like that. Yeah, so that concludes the vlog reviews of every episode of the first season of Danny Phantom. Here is my episode ranking. You can be angry at me in the comments now. Which episode is your favorite? Let me know. There should be one more Danny Phantom video out today, so go check that out. In addition to that, I am working on another Danny Phantom video, but it is going to take a little while, so that'll be out at some point. Sorry that Danny Phantom Month is gonna not be entirely in Danny Phantom Month, but oh well. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this Danny Phantom Month. I had a great time making these videos. Please subscribe if you want to see more content, and check out the rest of the videos. They're all out now. I hope you have had a happy Halloween, a spooky Spooktober, and a great Danny Phantom Month. That about wraps things up, so see you next time with some other video. Boo!